I asked God to give me a dream and he saved my life. You don't know me, I don't know you, but all I'm gonna say is you need to ask God for a dream tonight. I know it sounds crazy, but just hear me out for like 1 minute. When I was a junior in high school, your boy was depressed, like full on Drake mode, headphones on, cloud over my head, full on depressed, bro. I've always been like up and outgoing. I've always been the guy to like make people laugh, make people smile, like try to bring some positivity. For whatever reason, I just felt like I couldn't shake off this depression, bro. I was sad all the time. I was angry all the time. I was just every negative emotion you could feel, every negative thought in your head, I had it. And I was desperate. I've always believed in God, but I never truly had like a relationship with him. It was just more of like, I know God exists, but I wouldn't go to church, I wouldn't pray, I wouldn't do anything. Well, one of my best friends at the time, I don't like to use the word religious, but he had a very strong relationship with God. Now me, I'm a big conspiracy theorist, you know what I mean? Anything about conspiracies, your boy's on it. I was venting to my boy about how I was feeling about what was going on. He told me, bro, you gotta read the Bible. Yeah, man, I was like, come on, bro. But he told me in the last book of the Bible called Revelations, it talks about the end of the world, when the Antichrist is gonna come. It's like a whole bunch of crazy stuff. So me and him sat together and we read it. And in the last book of the Bible, Revelations, it says that when Jesus comes down and takes all of his people back up, you're gonna hear, I think it's 3 loud booms, boom, 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 and then trumpets will sound, and in a flash of light, in a blink of an eye, everyone's just gonna shoot up. And if you stayed here, that means you basically didn't make the cut. You didn't make the heaven dream team, bro. Which means you're still gonna be stuck on earth with the Antichrist, with the devil, and all this crazy shit is gonna be happening here on earth. While everyone else who, locked in with God, locked in with the Lord up there, they're gonna be chilling up in heaven. I was still kind of on the fence, My boy was like, look, if you don't believe me tonight, pray to God. Like, but don't pray like how they tell you to, like all professional and whatever. Just get on your knees, close your eyes, and talk to God like if he was a friend. And go homie, like just tell him like, hey God, I just wanted to talk to you. I just kind of wanted to vent, tell you how I feel. And he said, ask for a dream to give you some guidance because you feel lost, because you have no direction, and because of all these negative emotions that you're feeling. I said, all right, you know what? I'm desperate. Like nothing is helping me. Basketball isn't helping me. None of these things are helping me. None of my outlets. So why not? Let's try. That night before I went to bed, I got on my knees, closed my eyes, and I prayed. I talked to God. I told him, Lord, if it's in your will, like if you can save me, and please give me a dream tonight to help give me some guidance, some direction, because I just feel lost and depressed right now. That night I went to sleep. At the time, I lived with my mom and we had a 2-bedroom apartment. I had one room, she had one room. I had a dream that night that 3 big, massive, explosive booms happened outside. Boom, 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 shook the whole apartment. Obviously, I got scared, so I shot up out of bed, ran to my mom's room. As soon as I got up out of bed, there was like a massive flash of light, just like this, like when someone takes a picture with a flash on. I was tripping. I thought we got nuked. So I run to my mom's room, yanked the covers off, and it was just her clothes on the bed. She was nowhere to be found. We lived in an apartment complex, so I ran outside, banged on all the neighbors' doors, and when I would bang on the door would just crack open. I'd run in, clothes on the floor, like pants, shirts, socks, shoes, everything as if the person wearing the clothes just like evaporated. When I tell you this dream lasted like 2 hours of me running door to door to door to door, apartments, neighbors, houses, stores, everything, I was the only one left. And I woke up like tears down my face, woke up with like dry tears. Bro, my eyes were swollen. I don't know how much I was crying while I was asleep. Obviously, I was tripping, so I called my boy. And he told me, remember Revelations when it says at the end, when God comes back to get all of his people, it's gonna be 3 booms, a flash of lights, some trumpets. And if you're here, that means you didn't make the cut. He said that's God telling you that you didn't make the cut. And you gotta change your lifestyle, you gotta change your relationship with him, because if you continue going the way that you do now, you are not making the cut. When I tell you that dream, that night changed my whole life, bro. Like now I am such a strong believer in God, bro. He's gotten my wife and I out of so many insane situations. Only by his divine intervention are we here today. I will just tell you that right now. He's made so many miracles, like saved us from death, saved family from horrible things that could have happened. He's just done so much for us. And I don't know what made me want to tell this story today, but I hope even if this video gets 2 views, that the one person who sat and watched this will resonate with you. I feel like God blessed me with this personality of mine, with this, everything the way that I am, to impact people's lives and to make a change, even if it's just one person. So I promise, if you're skeptical, if you don't know, if you're scared, if you feel like I'm too good for it, trust me, I've been there. Ask for the dream tonight. And I pray that God gives you that same kind of checks you, you know what I mean? Like checks you, like, you gotta get your act together, bro. At the end of the day, we're only on this earth for a certain amount of time. But eternity is eternity. And where do you want to spend it? I say, hopefully this was interesting enough for you to make it to the end, but